My name is Dan Jones, and I was the costume designer for Vote. I started out as an actor in undergraduate, and for our scholarship hours we had to work in one of the shops, and I grew up around sewing, so I just sort of naturally gravitated toward the costume shop for my scholarship hours, and then I discovered that it was something I really enjoyed, so I stuck with it. For this particular show, really for all shows, but especially this show, one of the big things is research. Because there are so many historical periods and historical figures, we wanted to be as true to them as possible. And so the first thing I did after reading the script was dig into finding out who these people were and, as much as possible, what they looked like. One of the things that really struck me was how little men's clothes have really changed over the last 200 years. Essentially, you know, men's everyday formal wear is pretty much the same thing. You know, the tie changes a little, the collar changes a little, but that sort of suit, vest, pants, shirt, tie has been pretty much a staple for several hundred years. That was one thing I thought was really interesting. I also was really interested in the symbolism of some of the colors, particularly for the women's rights movement, the suffragists. And so we tried to incorporate that, even though we don't specifically talk about it, we incorporated that into the costumes of some of the suffragette characters. The symbolic colors of the suffragette movement in England were purple, green, and white. And then they came to be purple, gold, and white here in the United States. So we incorporated purple and green in some of the early scenes, particularly with Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and then incorporated the purple and gold and white, particularly in the sashes for the later scenes. I think I'm most proud of the level of detail that we were able to achieve. One of the things in first reading the script, if you were doing this for a regular stage production, you wouldn't be able to get into the level of detail that we were able to achieve, just simply because the way the script is structured, with the actors not leaving stage, there wouldn't be time for full costume changes. So being able to do things like the full wigs and the additional facial hair pieces to set the time period were really important details that we were able to do because of the filming opportunity. I hope that people watch this and realize how important it is to vote. There should be no question mark at the end of vote. There should be an exclamation point. It's really important. People fought and died and gave up so much so that we would have that right, and we should honor that struggle and that sacrifice by going out and doing what we have to do and vote.